So you want to generate leads and you're posting content on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, maybe you're running ads, and they all go to this landing page. But then you're looking at this landing page and these people are coming, but they're not entering their email address. They're not converting to real leads. And you're like, I'm doing all this work, but it's not converting. And it's pretty and it's on brand, but it's just not getting it there. Here's the thing, your landing page is probably overly complicated. You're probably overly focused on design and not the actual content. This is what I learned with landing pages. So in this episode, I'm gonna walk you through the 3 principles that you absolutely need to know on how to create high converting landing pages so that all that effort you're putting into attracting the traffic, you can actually convert to real leads. And when you implement these principles, you'll actually convert more people to leads, and therefore you'll be able to accelerate your path to the next stage of growth with more revenues. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK, and on this channel, I help SaaS founders like you grow your businesses faster with an unstoppable strategy. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I drop an episode every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your SaaS business faster. So if you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. That way you'll get notified every single time I drop an episode with the TK energy. Now, if you're already part of this community, if you're part of my SaaS go-to-market coaching programs, if you're a customer of Instant or Megaphone, one of my SaaS companies, my people, welcome back. It's really awesome to see you over here. We have these landing pages that we run across our companies. For every single company, I have an ICP, I have a manifesto, and we run a Broadway show. And for all of those companies and for all those manifestos, we see conversion rates on our landing pages anywhere from 40% upwards of 80%. In fact, here's an actual dashboard of a recent manifesto we launched for one of my SaaS companies, and we're already seeing 40% conversion rates on organic, which is super, super exciting. Here's the thing, you might be thinking, oh my God, what kind of mythical, amazing landing page is this? Well, here's a screenshot of the actual landing page that we used, that we created using Instant, the platform that we have. And it's not that crazy. It's not overly designed. It's not a ton of content, but it has the right pieces. So in this episode, based on all of our experience in running landing pages, running Broadway shows, I'm gonna walk you through the 3 principles you absolutely need to know. So if you're excited to dig into principle number 1, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's dig right into it. Principle number 1 is to actually focus on the title on your landing page. As soon as someone sees a piece of content on LinkedIn or Twitter or sees your ad and then clicks through and lands on that landing page, the first thing they look at is the big text. And that big text needs to be the title of whatever it is that you're offering. There's 2 specific things that people really look for. The first one is, who is this for? So in that big text, you always want to highlight exactly who this lead magnet is for. So for example, for one of my guides, my 5-point SaaS growth strategy guide, which is for SaaS founders, I offer in most of the videos on this YouTube channel, it's for SaaS founders. So I say it's exclusively for SaaS founders, and we call that out. Also, we specifically highlight what is it that they're going to get. In the title, we communicate what the ultimate value is that they care about. In this case, it's the 5-point SaaS growth strategy guide. In the lead magnet example page that I showed you, this one right here, it's a 3-point lead generation strategy guide. So you're gonna get a strategy on how to generate leads. Don't worry, you don't have to grab that guide because all the content of that guide is what I'm highlighting and walking through in this episode. So you're getting all of it right over here. But the key here is in the landing page, the first text, the people that really look for is, what is it that they're offering and what do I get if I actually give them my coveted contact information? So the title is the biggest thing that matters. Once you have the title, then they start to look more, because if they're like, yep, I want that thing and it's for me, awesome. Now they're like, well, is it any good? Because most lead magnets are terrible out there. And the second thing that matters is the copy. There's 2 key things you really want to call out in your copy on your landing page. The first one is, what is the unique result that you're offering? Meaning, if I download this guide, what am I gonna get? And does it align with what I actually care about? So for example, for my 5-point SaaS growth strategy guide, we say, look, we're gonna teach you how to accelerate your path to the next stage of growth. That's what you care about. And people are like, yep, I want that, 80% conversion rates. For our 3-point lead generation strategy guide, the ultimate result we promise is, how do you actually consistently get leads through a lead generation machine, which is what most marketers care about. So they're like, yep, 40% conversion rate. And it's gonna go off from there because we just launched this thing and we're gonna iterate. The key here is you really should highlight what is the unique result that you're offering if they were to actually do this. Now, there's one more thing you also wanna highlight in the copy. The second thing you want to highlight is why should they trust you? Meaning, why is this information valuable? There are so many people out there that are fractional CMOs that have never held a real CMO job and saying, look, we can scale your company for you. And you're wondering, well, if you're so good, why don't you have a real CMO job? That's a trust issue. The same goes at a landing page. In that landing page, you're wondering, well, if this is the 5-point SaaS growth strategy guide, or if this is the 3-point lead generation strategy guide, how do I know it's any good? Like, do you guys know what you're talking about? So you always want to include a little text in there in the copy saying why this information is trustworthy and where you're getting the information. So in my case, I talk about ToutApp, the company that I scaled. I talk about how we sold ToutApp to Marketo. I talk about my time as SVP of strategy at Marketo, and we sold it to Adobe for $4.75 billion. I talk about those things as credibility builders, and they're like, yeah, I want that 5-point SaaS growth strategy guide. This guy has been there and done that. That increases and that pumps it up to 80%. In the case of the lead generation guide, we just talk about the number of leads that have been generated on the Instant platform. We started the company last year and already over 10,000 leads have been generated on that platform alone through the customers that are on it. So we just talk about like, look, all the principles we're teaching you is based on generating over 10,000 leads on the platform and serving our customers. Boom, super easy. But it's super important to communicate why they should trust the information. Before I go into the third principle that really brings it together, let me pause here for a second. Let me highlight a couple of things. One, I'm not talking about the colors because guess what? If they saw a piece of content and then they landed on a landing page, they don't know your brand. They don't know your brand colors. They don't know what you stand for. They don't care. What they're really looking for is, what is this? What do I get? Is it aligned with what I'm looking for? And why should I trust them? And if you can communicate just these things through the first principle, the title, who is this for and what do I get? And the copy, what is the unique result? Does it align with what I'm looking for? And why should I trust these guys? If you can communicate just those two things, you're already gonna pump up your conversion rate to 20, 30, 40%. If you're starting to see the power in this, if you're starting to see how this starts to really come together and why these simple things can completely change your conversion rate on your landing pages, can I just get a yes in the comments below? And also smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. Now, if you're in this stage where you're like, TK, how do I craft this copy? How do I lay all this out? This landing page looks pretty good. How do I get one of those? Well, you can use Instant. Instant helps you build landing pages like this in under 90 seconds. It's incredible. You don't have to go anywhere right now. I'll tell you more about it at the end of this episode. Let's go to principle number 3 where all of this comes together. Okay, principle number 3, this is super important. This is a key to making leads actually convert to revenue, is you actually want to offer a quality lead magnet. I call this a manifesto. A manifesto, every company is different. Every manifesto I create, even for my own companies, are different, and they go through multiple iterations. When I help founders create their go-to-market strategy in my go-to-market coaching program, we go through iterations of the manifesto, we collect the data, and we tweak it. So manifestos are all different, but there's 3 principles that we always follow for manifestos. You always want to make sure you're holding a high-quality bar for the lead magnet you're giving to people. The first one is you want to teach and educate. Don't just get into selling right away. Teach them and educate them about the problem that you're solving. The second thing you want to do is you actually want to provide actual insights. Every manifesto that I have for any of my companies, I always dig into what I've learned from my customers and I bring and level that up into the manifesto to educate them. Like, look, here's the customers we served using our products or our services, and here's what we learned, and here's what you need to know as you're solving this problem. And then finally, the last slide of the manifesto is usually when we bridge to the product. We don't sell early on. We don't just say like, hey, here's our SaaS platform that you can use. They're like, no. You want to educate them first and then get to like, look, if you want to use all this stuff, use our platform or use our service, whatever it may be. Now, there's one key to this. Most softwares that are out there, you have this landing page builder, and then it takes you to a thank you page, and it says, hey, thank you, here's this other thing that we're going to give you that we didn't even talk about, but the lead magnet, the PDF, it's in your inbox. Go to your inbox. Don't do that. The biggest thing we say, and this is a screenshot of what we do with all of our landing pages, the majority of them, we're migrating some over, but all the ones that run on Instant now do this. We actually give them the manifesto right away so they can consume it. So we actually embed the manifesto right in the page. And right below that, we give a call to action for them to take next steps. This does 2 things. Instead of someone becoming a lead and then they kind of forget about you and hit the back button and go back to scrolling their feed because they don't want to go to their inbox right away, they actually consume your content. They spend more time with you. They actually go through the educational content you created for them. And then as they're going through it, you actually build more trust. And as you build more trust, you're more likely that they'll hit the next step. So you have that button right there to say, hey, if you want to start a free trial or book a call, you can do it right then and there. This is super powerful. This is what takes you to the elite level, because all of a sudden, you're not just thinking about conversion, you're also thinking about activation. How do I take these leads and get them to take action right away and spend more time right away? And that's something that's super, super powerful. That's a little bit of a pro tip right there. So those are the 3 things we learned. It's not about how pretty it looks. It's about the right content and the right layout and the right funnel that you set up. So let's recap on what drives anywhere from 40 to 80% conversion rates on the landing pages that we run. Principle number 1 is the title. You want to clearly communicate, who is this for and what do I get? Principle number 2, you want to have proper copy right underneath that. What is the unique result they're getting and why should they trust you? How do they know that you're any good at providing this information? Prove it to them. And number 3, create a really high quality lead magnet. Don't just put together some random PDFs. Create a really high quality manifesto that truly educates them of the transformation, and really communicates the value, and then bridges to your product. And then serve it up right away, give the call to action right below, and that way they're actually spending more time and going further down the buyer's journey. And those are the 3 steps that you need to know to actually transform your landing pages, which will completely transform how you generate leads. Now, what you may not know is, TK, how do I craft the right title? How do I communicate why they should trust me? And how do I actually show my lead magnet right away with a call to action? How do I do all this? How do I make this funnel work? Well, this is why we created Instant. Instant helps you create your high converting landing page within 90 seconds. It's AI powered, so you just answer some key questions and it'll generate it for you. And then you publish it. It'll even help you write content every single day to promote that landing page on LinkedIn, Twitter, or anywhere else, including ads. And as all that data is coming in and that traffic is coming in, you'll see your traffic, you'll see your conversion rate, you'll see your activation rate. It'll even tell you how much time people are spending in each slide of your lead magnet and where people are dropping off. And based on all of that, you can actually tweak your content and you can actually tweak parts of your landing page using the AI that's in there and actually scale your growth. So if you actually want to launch a high converting landing page and start promoting it online, just go to tkkader.com/instant. It's a special link that takes you to get more details about Instant. It is an incredible product. I put a lot of love into it, just like I do with all other services and products that I have. And it is the quickest and best way to actually drive leads today on the internet. Just go to tkkader.com/instant. If you got value from this video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. And honestly, so do we. We put a lot of love into these videos. Also, if you have a fellow founder, a fellow business owner, a fellow marketer that will get value from this video, they're running lead magnets, they're putting in all the effort to generate traffic, but it's just not converting, please share this video with them. If you're part of a Slack group, a WhatsApp group, a community, please share this video. We want to help as many people out there in growing their businesses effectively. Also, I drop an episode every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your business faster. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. You'll get notified every single time I drop an episode. And lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business. When you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I'll see you in the next episode, or inside of Instant, which is so cool. Take care, everybody.